Well, hello everyone. It's nice seeing all of your faces again. It's been a while since we had to do a video response. I truly enjoy these. It allows us to put a face to a name. Please excuse the background music. I thought I'd open it up with Jay-Z and Beyonce's unannounced album. If y'all haven't listened to it yet, please go check it out. It's pretty awesome. So for this week's discussion post, we had to discuss two nuggets that we read about or that resonated with us. And I'll start off with discrimination issues. This was found on page 560 of our text. So gaining more knowledge on the discrimination issues and the unsuccessful attempts of students to challenge academic dismissals based on discrimination is the first that I'll talk about. The courts. It was interesting to see how the courts have applied Title VII to this rule. This law must be met in order for the burden of an academic dismissal to be placed on an institution. Under the standard, the plaintiff must produce enough discriminatory evidence in order to have the burden switch. So, after reviewing the 3 to 4 cases that were used as examples, and to see how many of them failed to be reversed, resonated with me. It caused me to wonder why. Why was those cases? Why did they fail? Are students not equipped with enough knowledge on the law to strengthen their cases, or are students getting discriminatory actions confused and are just labeling them as discriminatory acts against them? The second topic that I found interesting was learning about the online programs and the different laws that go with that. And this was on page 516. This section resonated with me due to my history of taking online courses and now in a fully online program. This made me reflect on my undergraduate transcript, where I had the opportunity of taking a total of 23 hours of online courses over the course of my 4 years at LaGrange College. The idea that students who enroll in an institution where they have never been physically present and they are still required to follow the student code of conduct is only fair in my opinion, but it is interesting to see how that would work, especially in the cases with the students who reside in different states. It was good to learn that even though the students resided or reside in different states, that they are still awarded the same due processes or contractual protections as a student who is physically present on campus. I did enjoy reading the example of the application of an institution's student code of conduct to a student that was enrolled in an online program who resided in a different state. This student was awarded the same due process and had a hearing. The student was able to participate in the hearing over the phone. Now on to my article reflection. This was a little interesting. My thoughts on the article is that this professor, for lack of better words, is just doing a lot. Just as the special education professor from the University of Kansas stated, this professor seems to be holding on to traditional instructional practices. I do not agree with the professor and how the professor was withholding the slides from the DRES student. The content would not be any different than any of the other students. That the content isn't different than what the other students would be getting inside the classroom. In all actuality, the students in the class would be receiving more information, in my opinion, because they're actually in person in class with the professor. They're able to interact with each other and ask questions if need be. I do hope that the DRES student received the help that they needed and was not hurt emotionally by the actions of that professor. Awesome. So that's the end of my post. I am looking forward to reading and listening and watching the rest of our class's discussions.